Come on in and have a beer. Come on in and talk to us.
Everybody wanting to be on the Big D's Traveling Road Show.
Yeah, you're the greatest thing that ever was.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, that's what my wife tells me, but but it's neat in here. You see all these people that we grew up with. You see all these people that we grew up with, and then it's just really neat to see all these faces. For this weekend coming in, Fields. I ain't seen Fields in years.
It's been years.
Getting to see my sophomore prom date was here.
That's awesome.
I mean, you getting to see people that don't come into this town. Dirt Days is bringing people back, and that's what it's about. You never know. People may see, how special this place is, and start to travel back here, more often, or possibly move back. But it's events like this, getting tourism off and popping. And Steve and Jessie, I do want to give a big shout out to you, for everything you do. Nothing. This Dirt Days would not be what it is if it wasn't for you.
Absolutely,
getting involved. It would not. So
thank you guys. I really appreciate that. We definitely put a lot of work in, and but the main thing is results. We want results. We want this thing to set off. We want this thing to be big. We want everybody to come out and support and hang out with us. Like, come out and just, if you don't have a side by side and you don't have an off road machine or a dirt bike or anything, come hang out. Come eat some good food. Come hang out on the flood wall and watch. We look forward to seeing everybody, and we're gonna make this thing big.
Yeah, Jason Fields, for any rider stepping up in your class, you got any words for them?
Bring it, baby.
There you go.
Bring your wallet. I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear money. I want to hear money. You bring your money, and I will put you on the line. It don't matter. I'm just playing you. It's just me. But come out, enjoy it. You got one hometown. This is it. Come in and support this team.
So is Fields racing in the class that will be racing for the $1,000 purse?
Yes.
He will be racing for the big dollars. Guys, come down. Jason Fields, Stephen Jessie, guys, again, tournament or race organizer, operator here. Make sure you guys come down. Contact him on social media if you got any questions about registration. Again, guys, tomorrow, right after the big wheel race, you're going to have Alana Jessie singing the national anthem, and then fireworks at the end. And as Billy mentioned earlier, all of it is completely free.
Absolutely. So, that's the thing. Come down. You don't have to spend no money, but they're home plate delivery like Johnny Henry Banks. Yeah. Hey, listen, and I ain't here to blow it up. That's the best fried bologna sandwich you'll eat.
It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It is.
It's so good.
They got everything from healthy options to non-healthy. You talked about if you do want to spend some money, get down to Starters tonight because they got these commemorative mugs. $10.
Yes.
You
come again.
Fields has got one.
Oh, Lord,
That's his 10th fill up tonight.
Jeez.
So, you may be taking him home, Stephen.
Yeah.
Many times we've had to take him home out of these places.
We need him sharp for tomorrow too.
Yeah, I quit. I got to be on the game.
We need him sharp for tomorrow. So.
Yeah. So keep the Red Rocket under control here tonight, and listen. I know if while we're on air, if somebody's getting thrown out over there, I got your bail money, Fields.
I'm glad somebody does, baby. I'm glad somebody does.
Guys, we'll be right back after commercial break with Billy Davis and Michael Brewster here at Starter Sports Bar and Grill.
Thank you.
Back here at Starter Sports Bar and Grill, you're watching the Big D's Traveling Road Show live from Williamson, West Virginia. Dirt Day special. Billy Davis to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy. We got Kevin Jones, and we got one of the owners and operators here at Starters, longtime fixture, Michael Brewster. Brew, most people around here call him Brew. It's got to make you smile to see this place rocking like it is right now for Dirt Days.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. Yeah, we've been privileged to be here for 32 years as of last month.
Yeah.
So made a few changes throughout the years, but yeah, fortunate enough to still be here. And trail riders are a big part of our business.
We got a question from the audience on my phone.
All right.
For you.
Okay.
How many times has Darryl been thrown out of here?
I've got it. There's a big marker in the back. I think
Yeah.
it's around 17.
17.
17. That was last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, that's as far as I go back. So. It was back in the good old days.
They think we're joking here. Yeah. But no, Brew, when you sit here and look, things tonight, you come down here Dirt Days, you got ribs, you got coleslaw, green beans. I mean, y'all really poured everything out. You got these commemorative cups. Just talk about Dirt Days and, how big is this weekend for you guys?
Oh, huge. Not just for us, for all the local businesses, not just in Williamson, Gilbert, Meat One, everywhere. The crowd that it brings in. I don't know if you guys have been down by the where they're set up at.
It's packed out down
Absolutely
there.
packed. They got a band playing. They got the vendors set up. And we're getting a little bit from that now, and then hopefully later on tonight we'll be getting some more of that. So we're staying open a little late tonight, keeping the kitchen open later. But yeah, it's huge.
How long did you say y'all have been here?
32 years.
32
April
years.
the 4th of 1994 is the day that we opened. It was a national championship game.
Yeah, that.
So yeah,
Wow.
32 years. Been blessed.
That and how long have you been a part of this? 32.
32 years.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as far as back I can remember, you was always.
Pierce and
Yeah.
Kathy. We started out just looking to open a little small sports bar.
Yeah.
One thing led to another. We threw some burgers and hot dogs, and then we got hired a cook and a manager, and went from there.
Yeah,
So,
God bless Pierce. Rest in peace.
bless his heart. Pierce was the face and the name of it all, and he was here 7 days a week pretty much. So yeah, big part of it. Big part of it.
Now, when you sit here and look, 32 years. I was telling people earlier, back. I guess probably 4 or 5 years ago, y'all done the renovation, and it looks spectacular in here. By the way, this is something. It seats a lot more than it used to seat.
Opened everything up. Yeah, we unfortunately on Christmas night had a water leak upstairs, and we had been shut down for weather for a few days. So when we came in, this entire side was gone. So we had to shut down, and so at that point I just decided to do a total renovation.
And the thing was, at first, when y'all first done the renovation, I was like, I don't know, because Starters was
not the same.
Starters, and I miss and I don't know if y'all still got it here, but y'all used to have Wes Robinson's uniform
jersey.
up on the wall.
We're actually in the process of putting all that back. We've had it stored, and we're in the process of putting all that back. Back in the back, we just put up. If you remember, we had all the high schools, local high schools. Local colleges, we just put those back. If you go in the back toward the bathroom shut now, they're back on the walls.
That's what we got to do. Get Mark
2
Klein,
days ago.
David Jones.
I got Mark Klein's jersey hanging.
Who
on the wall
David
here.
Jones?
Is Mark Klein's jersey over?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Got it hanging on the wall. Mark's my cousin.
Yeah.
So he gave us that jersey a while back, and Davey's supposed to be getting us a Kentucky jersey and a few other things. So
Okay.
we want to get it back to the sports bar, what it was. That's
Well,
what
I was
people
going to
miss.
say, right now, the way it's set up, y'all, obviously, you can tell that y'all had tourism and trail riders in mind when y'all built it, and now, that's something that I think, I'm glad to hear y'all say that, that you're starting to get a lot of the sports stuff and back in here.
Yeah.
And that way, you can get a perfect mixture of the greatness you got now and the greatness you had
that we've
before.
had in the past.
Yeah.
That's what we're wanting to do. We've got all the pictures. We got trail rider pictures from the past 15, 20 years. We want to put back up all the high school jerseys. We got a lot of high school helmets
Yeah.
and everything hung up right now. But
Yeah, we was looking at them earlier. There's a lot of them talking. Let me ask you something. When they first started talking about bringing the Hatfield McCoy trails in here, did you imagine it would be like
nothing
this?
whatsoever.
I mean,
whatsoever.
you've been here long enough to see before and now.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a huge part of our business. Honestly, I mean, locals are the base of our business, 100%. But trail riders from April to November, December now, it's getting all the way up into December.
Yeah.
They bring so much money,
yeah.
so much people.
We was just at the hill climb last weekend.
Yeah, Delbarton. I heard them open that
And
back
some
up.
they did. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But there was a few people from over there that rent out cabins and stuff, and they were talking about how this year there'd been even more trail riders earlier in the year come in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It used to be from May till about October.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing after that. Now we're starting to see in February, March. Once April hits, it's full blast, and it goes all the way up literally into December.
Is there a state in the country that you've not seen a trail rider from?
No. We've had them here for, God, I had it at one point in time. Every state, and at one point in time we had about 7 different countries.
Golly,
that we had
I love it.
In Williamson, Mingo County.
I love it.
I don't want to say Williamson, but Mingo County. So, yeah, huge. It's made a huge
I told
difference.
Darryl, you can go away from here, and people that's even stopped through here from Huntington or Charleston or whatever, and the one thing that you can always come in common, you're like, well, when you go through Williamson, they're like starters.
Yeah.
When you go by starters,
Yep.
because everybody stops. It's just the hub. Everybody stops. And if anybody comes in here for meetings, courthouse or whatever, they're like, I'll meet you at starters.
Yeah.
And like I said, I come in here. You see me all the time for lunch. I come in here all the time, and that's where everybody meets up at. But you got people from, like people that just left here. They're from an hour above Cincinnati, and they just kept talking about the views and everything, and they're in here and they're like,
Yeah.
it's just a great atmosphere.
They say, our mountains are second to none from what they come in and say. People from New York, people from Canada, they're like, it's totally different. Tell you a funny story about Williamson. My wife and I were a couple of years ago. We were in Myrtle Beach, and we go to I can't think of the name of the Wings or whatever the big stores are, to rent a golf cart for the week. So we go in, going to rent a golf cart, and the owner's in there. He says, I need your driver's license. So I give him a driver's license. He's like, oh, he said, Williamson, West Virginia. I said, yeah. He said, that's where you're from? I said, yeah. He said, well, we're going to be there in 2 weeks. I said, you're going to be at Williamson in 2 weeks? He said, yeah, we come in every year. There's about 20 of us. We come in, we ride the trails there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, wow. So people from Myrtle Beach, where we go to vacation.
Yeah.
They're coming here.
That's wild that you said that, because I was just telling Doug Kirk the same thing the other day. I said people from like the beach and down Tennessee and stuff like that, or out west, are starting to come here to do their vacation. Because most of the people you see come in here, they're like, yeah, we got here Tuesday, we're leaving Sunday. That's where they're spending their vacation. That's where they're starting to spend their spring breaks at. I mean,
They do.
Brew, that's what I was talking about. Or go with Steven and them. That's what we got to do as a community. Is for tourism, obviously, Co ain't here. It ain't here anymore. So we got to find another way to make these communities thrive. And in return, how we do that is places like starters. People that like behind the mall opened the driving range up. There's a putt course down here, game rooms. As a community, we've got to support these businesses during the off months. That way that we can continue to grow that.
Exactly.
Because that's what draws people in here. When they come off the trails, they want something to do.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And that's outside starters. Starters, it's a hub for everybody. I promise you, if you come here on vacation, one of the things they got planned is coming to starters.
Yeah.
If you're going to Man, you're going to Keith's Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
If you got them places, and it's the same repeat customers year after year.
Yeah.
They don't come back to the mountains without coming right here to starters, and that's just a testament to what the greatness that y'all continue. Starters, it never dips. You guys always stay even killed with greatness, and when you sit here, right now you got the NBA playoffs, you got the Oaks. By the way, y'all be showing the Kentucky Derby this weekend.
Tomorrow.
Derby day.
Derby tomorrow.
Yeah, and then you got softball. You got everything. You got hockey over here in the corner. and that's what, no matter what you want, Starters has got, whether it's on the menu or it's on the big
TV.
screens or
That's
it's in
it.
the atmosphere.
That's it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing what we can to keep it going and keep it up. It's been a long haul.
Yeah.
32 years is in this business is
They're
a long
obviously
time,
rough
but-
times. And,
Yeah.
But we now we got the opportunity to get the good times through trail season, put back for the off season, keep our employees fully staffed and not have to lay off. So
Yeah.
that's an important thing.
That- That's awesome, because I'm going to tell you right now, you have a really, really good staff. And I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here. Like I said, me and Darryl is in here a lot. and the waitresses almost know what we want to order. And they're always polite. They're always asking if you need anything else. And he's a hands-on owner. I talk about this a lot. He's a hands-on owner. Before he come over here, he was over here with his 14 trail riders over here, bussing tables, shoving tables together and everything. But like I said,
Brew's always been like that. When people comes in here, they know Michael Brewster. He always goes over and he makes you feel like family from the second you walk through the door. And that's part of the reason why people come back like that. But
Appreciate that.
Brew, when you sit here and look, obviously, I know the answer, but for the people at home, cheese fries has to be the most popular order. There's not cheese fries any place in America
I could
better
pull
than
my
here.
phone up right now and show you from year to nothing doesn't touch
Yeah,
anything.
not
Nothing
even close.
And from the day we opened until now, always number one seller. Always the number one seller. I don't know
Listen.
why. People seem to love them.
It's by far the best, Billy. I don't know what they do to them, why
I
it
can't
separates
tell you any of
different.
that stuff, but
Don't ever touch the
don't
cheese
change
fries.
it. No, don't change it.
But Starters Billy has been here through everything. They've been a lot of stuff come and go. As I mentioned, Michael's Card Shop, Canteens, Little
Yeah,
Business,
yeah.
King's Restaurant. I mean, all of these establishments have come and went, and you guys have somehow found a way to stay here
Been
through it
blessed
all.
enough to still be here. Yeah, I was looking at a yearbook back from the 80s or 90s, and back then they did all the ads of all the businesses.
Yeah.
Looking through there, and there's
Sweet memories.
70, 80 businesses that were in town, and you start going through and looking, and there's a handful.
Yeah.
A handful. You've got Hurley's that's still here.
Yeah.
A couple of the banks, which they.
I still look when
Mountaineer.
I still look when I turn left up here to the State Trooper. I'm still looking for that Wimpson Daily News building down through there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, some big places.
It's odd to me seeing all the way across tracks now that it's not there. There's a lot of employees right there.
Well, there's a lot of history here. I mean, you talk this coal house. It's been through fires. It's been through floods. That coal house is as tough as the people are here in the mountains.
Yeah, three floods and a fire, and I think they're coming up on their 100-year anniversary.
100th year.
It's this year or next year.
Yeah.
100 years. So.
Let me ask you something. You're here, and you're about town. I mean, everybody knows you. You walk down the street. Hey Michael. Everybody. You're kind of like Mr. Rogers around here. Everybody knows you. But when you sit here and look, what's the one thing that you want to see Wimps, and whether it's something to bring or something to get better at, or what could be that one thing that really pushes us to that next level?
I think one big thing, and our Parks and Recreation is doing a great job on bringing things for people to do. That's one thing we need for trail riders and their families. When the guys or the girls are in the mountains, and maybe the kids and the women are here, or the girls are in the mountains and the kids and the guys are here, they need something to do. And parks, our Parks Department and Recreation, they're doing a great job on putting in the pickleball courts. They're putting in different activities for people to do. So I think that's one big thing that we need for the people when they're not in the mountains to do.
Yeah,
and their families to do.
I totally agree with that. My son over there, he comes all the way from down at Martin County. They come all the way up here and play pickleball all the time. The new pickleball courts stay packed. They just put brand new basketball goals and rims over here.
Doing a great
I mean,
job.
pickleball it blew up around here. And that's why I was just telling the people, like I said, the ones that was from above Cincinnati, I said, All you've got to do is get on there and look. There's a lot to do in Mingo County. You just got to know where to go to do it at. You know what I'm saying?
And promote it, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know nothing about the hill climb.
That's the
They didn't know
biggest
about the
thing,
drag
yeah.
strip. I mean, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I said there's elk all over places to drag strip. Are you really?
Yeah,
I
they
said,
got the
yeah.
races. That's where Jared, my buddy's at. Him and Doug tonight. They're
Yeah.
at the, all weekend at the drag strip up there. That's doing well. The hill climb, glad to see that come back. I think that's just first year back. I think
First year back, first
Yeah.
weekend was last weekend. Yeah,
Said they had a great turnout for that. So
We had over
Yeah.
80,000 people so far on Facebook alone watch the live feed that we done on the hill climb.
on the hill climb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unreal, ain't it?
Yeah, and what you guys do is amazing as well. I mean, the sports and the events and everything that you guys do, that helps a whole lot.
Starters help build my love, for sports. You come in here as a kid, I mean, this is where you've seen all the, kids in high school that you looked up to,
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand how much that impacts. And, you talked about, stuff to do. One thing I would really like to see, you used to see it in Pigeon Forge all the time. When we got the perfect setup, on these mountainsides, we need to take and have a water park, water slides.
And a zip line.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, I'd love to have one of them
we'll
mountain
set up
coasters
for
here.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, we've got the mountains for them.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be
We're set
awesome, a
up
mountain
for it.
coaster.
Yeah, I mean, we were coming back from Lexington, then went to Red River Gorge,
Yeah.
and went up the zip line.
Yeah.
And just the people that was up there, and that place is building. It's a similar place to Williamson.
Yeah.
Not a big town, but
Yep.
they have a lot of things going on there. And that zip line was awesome. Went to the top of the hill, the views. So little things like that, and that would be great to get.
We got to take advantage of the landmarks. You got Bottle Rock up here. It's stuff like that. Make it accessible. Shine a spotlight on this stuff, and it's a double-edged sword. And that's where the community support will really come in. You talked about the advertising, letting people know, but when people start these businesses and some of this stuff that we have to offer, a lot of people, the reason they don't know about it is because it's not advertised.
That's
But
it, yeah.
They can't advertise if they don't get the business in there to spend the advertising
There-
dollars. So
Yeah, you're right.
so that's where
It's
our
a double-edged
community has to
sword.
step up.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. And our overlook up here,
Yes.
that place went from, I used to go up there, and when there was nothing, nobody knew about it. Now I go up there on a weekend, there's 40, 50
The
trail riders.
swing?
Yeah, on
Lis-
the swing.
the
yeah.
swing,
Yeah,
listen.
I think Wes Wilson and
You-
Steve
Wes
Lee, you
Wilson
guys had a lot to do with
Have
that.
blown it up.
And
Listen,
now that's the major stop when they come here.
Yep.
That place is packed.
everybody that comes in here that you talk to I don't care where they come from, north, south, wherever, they got to go there and get their picture took on that
Absolutely,
swing
on that swing,
because
yeah.
you're sitting in West Virginia
Yeah.
with Kentucky in the background.
Beautiful view, and you got
yeah.
two states, and that's the
You-
cool thing about here too. People come in and they're like, we're you can throw a rock across the river and you're
Yeah,
in Kentucky.
yeah.
They come in here like, now are we in West Virginia or Kentucky? I'm like,
Yeah.
West Virginia. I said, but if you look right there,
That's
that
Kentucky.
mountain's Kentucky, yeah. They're
Yeah.
like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you get on that. You get on the Hatfield McCoy Facebook page. I get on there a lot because I like to see where people come from.
Yeah.
Everybody before they leave there, they got to have that picture.
Yeah.
Or they don't believe you was here if you don't take that picture. You know what I mean? It's like when we go to the beach, we take that picture in all of our white. The whole family does before we leave.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to have a picture right up here on the corner, or you didn't go there.
That's
You know what I mean?
Great background, great. They done a wonderful job out there with that. So.
Katie Kazee Maynard says, "Great job, Michael." Said what you've done for this community. Said people don't overestimate you and the hard work you put in.
Oh, well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
So
that.
it's something that like this weekend right here. You got the concert going on down here right now. Then you're starting to see people. They're already down there taking hits down the track. Dirt days.
Yeah.
This dirt days here, something's different about it. Like, I think it's advertised a lot more, and you're starting to feel a lot more buzz. You can feel the energy in here right now of this weekend. There's something different. I really think that this right here is the dirt days that we needed to continue to grow.
Yeah, it's like the perfect storm. So they did a great job of promoting it this year. They've been doing it for in the last at least a couple months. And the weather is absolutely going to be perfect for trail riders. Not too hot, not too
That's
cold,
it.
no rain. I think it's going to be in the 60s.
Yeah.
We've had some rain over the last few days, so the dust is down on the mountains.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a perfect storm for the trail. So I think that's
Yeah,
a big, big part of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. You couldn't ask for better weather. I mean, today, I'm running around here with shorts on, t-shirt, but it ain't that hot. You could wear whatever you want. You couldn't ask for a better weekend, and I love it. And I've been trying to tell local people, you got to get up here. Oh, the trail riders will be there. I said, no, listen. Everybody's griping about gas being $5 a gallon, diesel being God only knows what it is. It went up today, but you get to watch dirt drags free. Get to watch fireworks tomorrow night for free, and I heard it's going to be a good one. Concert
I think
free.
it starts around 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we've got a Steve and Jessie's helping us promote an after-hours party here starting around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Going to have a lot of things going on there, keeping our kitchen open until midnight, and so hopefully get a good.
I really like that too.
Yeah.
I really like that. I've been in here. The manager, she's great. She's really racked her brain over this, and I know you have too. But I get to see her more because I'm usually here at lunchtime, and she's been going over drink specials, different ones, mixing it up and everything. And then she's like, "We're going to keep our kitchen open." And I was like, you mean you're going to keep this part open for the after hours? She's like, I'm going to keep the kitchen open.
Oh, yeah.
Those people that'll, everybody that'll be down here after the fireworks. Because, you usually after the fireworks, about that time of night, you got McDonald's or Wendy's is open after that time of night. But they're going to stay open. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're going to keep their kitchen going, man. And I think it's great.
Or get some wings.
Making me hungry now.
Those cheese fries.
That's what's
Can I tell you the thing that always makes me the maddest? And I don't know if it's changed or not.
When I run out of cheese fries.
Well, that's part of it. But here's the thing: is I always hate on Sundays and Mondays coming here and seeing that closed sign. I do, man. It ruins my day. I travel here and I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's tough. We're doing Mondays up until 4 o'clock right now. One is staffing. Having had a little tough time finding staffing.
And y'all have never really been open on Sundays.
We were forever. And then business just kind of dropped off. And, it gives our kitchen staff and our whole staff a day of rest.
Yeah.
And if we need to do maintenance, anything like that, Sunday and Monday is a good day for us to do it. But it basically just gives our entire staff a day off.
Yeah, that's good, man.
And we want to take care of them and make sure they're hard workers. There's guys that have been here, some of them for 20, 25 years with us. Oh, yeah. And they've got families, and they like some place to go to church. And so we just decided to make Sunday a day of rest.
That's really good. A person ain't got to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where to go to church or go to my job, or I still have my job or not. Because I talk to a lot of these waitresses. They're nice people, and they're like, "This is my second family." I'm like, "What are you going to do Friday when we're here?" They're like, "Well, we probably kick Darryl out, but besides that, see the rest of our family will be here." Like, "Oh, you bringing your family?" And they're like, "No, this is our second family. They're that good to us up here." You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have very little repeat on employees. These girls and guys, our kitchen staff, everybody's they've been here with us for a long time, and we just try and treat them with respect and give them time off to be with their families. And we opened up a little bit this past year during football season. NFL volunteered, volunteer employees that said, we want to come in, watch the games, have everything on. So we said it's your all's choice if you want to come in and work. Absolutely. So we did. G come in and bartend and did a couple
even
servers.
if you've done a short menu,
and we did a limited menu. That's what we did during football season.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, we've been in on Sunday, got wings on football. Yeah.
But with that being said, you guys, like I mentioned, right now, this weekend, this is not, just the show. This is the starting line of Dirt Days, And then tomorrow, whenever you walk in here tomorrow, the thing I'm excited about is not just Dirt Days. Kentucky Derby. You're going to have the races on the big screen. People's going to be looking for mint juleps. They're going to be dressed to their Sunday's best. Coming in watching the Derby and then going down taking a part of Dirt Days. It's going to be a really neat mixture of crowds. You're going to see people with loafers on. You're going to see people with boots on.
Absolutely.
And that's something you guys. I know you got the Dirt Days going on. But are y'all doing anything for Kentucky Derby or anything?
Yeah, we're going to have the mint juleps. We're going to have the drinks. We got a little special menu. We're doing some appetizers for it. So I think the race starts. Well, it's pretty much on all day. The race starts around 6:36 or somewhere through there.
Yeah.
So they may be doing a little betting. I don't know, doing some odds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll definitely have the race on the quickest 2 minutes in sports. So it comes and goes pretty quick. So it's exciting.
Yeah, well, when you sit here, I mean, I know you got a ton of people around here, and I know you like to communicate with them. So, Brew, we're going to take and let you get to the people, but I do want hats off, man. I mean, listen, this is a dream come true. Whether you know it or not. I mean, listen. I never dreamed, that I would ever be sitting on starter stage doing a live show during the biggest weekend of Mingo County.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's just really neat. Very thankful that you brought us on. And, like I said, this is the start of the beginning. Now next time we'll have our loudspeakers and, get, the crowd more involved and all that. But, just letting people know that's half the battle, letting people know, what Starters is doing. Listen, if you come to Dirt Days, you're not coming to Dirt Days unless you come to Starters. I mean, come down, be a part of it while the races is going on. Listen, go support the food trucks and stuff, but come in here, relax. You'll be here all day. You're going to have an after-hours party. So till 12 o'clock, the grill.
10 to 12.
10 to 12.
And that's for anybody, Darryl.
Yeah,
you don't got to be down there racing or anything. That's for anybody that wants to come by.
Absolutely.
Anybody.
Hopefully I'll see you guys up here.
Oh, well, I'll 100% be here. I don't know about Billy. Listen, I had to lube up his head. His head's so big. I had to lube doors up to get him through here. But,
Hey, we can open up that garage door.
That's how I got him in here. I opened his door. KJ pushed him. he wanted to race a big wheel.
Yeah.
I think they got it confused, and he meant a big rig. There ain't no way to make a big wheel for him. There ain't no way. It had to be 3250 big mutters on the front of that thing or something.
I think I'm going to step out of it. We have to keep something.
Bruce going to put me out again.
You're out of here now, son.
Guys, I appreciate y'all. I know you guys are busy. I appreciate you all taking the time to come down, especially on this weekend and this evening, and promoting us and promoting Dirt Days for us. So
that's what it's about.
Brew,
it's not. I appreciate Starters. You guys are one of our biggest sponsors. If you watch our softball games, our tail of the tape is the Starter Sports Bar and Grill tail of the tape.
Always.
And these kids in the community, every time they watch their ball games, they're seeing Starters to start the game. Starters is right there all during the game. I want it to. I want Starters. Obviously y'all got the trail riders, down pat. Y'all figured that out. But I want everybody in the community to realize, listen, it's renovated now, but this is still the same Starters that we grew up with.
That's it.
Get down here, make sure, Kevin Jones is telling me, this is, with Starter Sports Bar and Grill, when he walked in here, this is the first time he's been in here since the renovation.
Oh, really?
And, and we used to hit this every weekend.
I think he teared up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see him over a couple of jobs like this right here looking around.
Likes what it dislikes. A lot of people say, it's not the same. But like I said, when we had the flood, we just decided to go ahead and do a full renovation, open it all up completely.
I love it.
This here is mainly for trail riders in large groups. We seat about 25 at that. So when these trail riders come in groups of 20, they got a place to sit at.
I've heard a lot of people talk about that too. How nice that is when they come here.
Yeah.
I mean that is if you haven't been in here and seen this is super nice down the middle. I really like that. Let me ask you something real quick.
Sure.
Which one of these drinks would you recommend? We've got Dust Cloud, Kicking Up Dust, and Mudslinger Mule.
That's all Kathy. I'm a Bud Light guy.
What would you think? It's something, Darryl. Which one do you think's selling best tonight? Because I know which one is.
Listen, wine's fine,
Dust?
but liquor's quicker.
No, listen. Which one do you think's selling best? Dust Cloud, Kicking Up Mud, or Mudslinger Mule?
I would say probably the Mudslinger Mule.
Nope. Dust Cloud. 10 to 1. It's got that rum in it, and I'm telling you right now, if you walk around this room, you're going to see about 20 different people with that.
After I leave here, I'll pull my phone up and we'll look and see where we're at.
I'm telling
there
you.
we go.
Yeah, because it's an orange-like drink, and it's
Yeah.
got that rum in it. I'm telling you, you can look around right now and see it around there.
Well, we talked there earlier. We talked about that. We talked about the, which would sell more, beer or liquor this weekend here at Starters. I mean, right now it looks like liquor's probably the answer.
It's a 50-50 shot there. Yeah, trail riders, they like it all.
Yeah.
They like it all.
Yeah.
If they're hot and thirsty, they'll drink a good cold beer. Then they may go have a drink.
Well, you're kind of the alcohol connoisseur. I mean, you've had a little bit of everybody, taste test all of it through the years. To me, the most overrated drink in America is the mint julep.
Absolutely.
Really?
But you got to drink it.
You gotta have one on Derby Day.
Yeah.
You gotta have one on Derby
That's what I was getting ready to say. Everybody drinks it on Derby Day.
I'll probably, I'm not a liquor drinker, but
I
probably have one just to say I had one.
Just
on
because it's Derby Day.
and
You know what
push
I
it
mean?
aside and that's it.
Just because it's Derby Day, you got it. It's
yeah.
just tradition, I guess. I mean,
Absolutely.
but you hear so many people talk about that drink, and I thought it would be a really good drink.
Horrible.
Brew, last question I got for you before I let you go. Do y'all got anything outside this weekend? Do you got any concerts, karaoke, anything coming up in the next month or so?
Not in the next month or so. There's a few things that's going to be going on outside that we're going to have the garage door open for to do that. But yeah, we don't have anything right now scheduled. We're getting into summer seasons.
Yeah.
We're going to get some music coming back in.
And Kathy said maybe opening cornhole tournaments back up.
Cornhole tournaments out front. Yeah, we used to do that. Walk off part of the street. Have some cornhole tournaments. Yeah, and Kathy does an awesome job with promoting all that. That's her forte.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Yeah, she takes it and goes with
That
it.
would be awesome.
Yeah, she'll call and say, you don't even have that mask.
I heard
It's the
it.
Davis family.
That's my whole crew right there, lady. But I've heard they're bringing a few things. We're going to let him go.
Yeah, they need Brew. So we're going to take a commercial break, then we'll come back last segment here. Brew, once again, happy Dirt Days, and we'll be back here for Kentucky Derby and the After Hours Party tonight. We hope you guys come with us, but Brew, thanks for having us, and again, hats off, and thank you for everything you do.
Appreciate you guys for coming
Thank
down.
you.
Thank you all. Make sure you get a glass too. I'll get you. Make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Love
I
it.
want
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, guys, we'll be right back on the Big D's Traveling Road Show. And we're back here at Starter Sports Bar and Grill in Williamson, West Virginia. Big D's Traveling Road Show, Dirt Day Spectacular. Billy Davis, Darryl McCoy, and Kevin Jones on tonight. Listen, we've had Stephen Jessie, we've had Jason Fields, Michael Brewster. We've had a little bit of everybody here tonight. But Billy, right now, high energy, and everybody, you can feel the energy and in this crowd right now. That's what Dirt Days is about, is what you're